Now, as we've been reporting this morning, the United States government is asking very serious questions of Pakistan about the existence of Osama bin Laden's compound in Abbottabad. More details have also emerged about the daring raid by Navy SEALs that led to bin Laden's death. Now, the White House says Osama bin Laden spent his last moments hiding behind a woman believed to be one of his wives. Our North America correspondent Lisa Miller reports on all the latest overnight developments.
The morning after a long night, Barack Obama was clearly still relishing the news he'd been able to deliver.
I think we can all agree this is a good day for America. Our country has kept its commitment to see that justice is done. The world is safer. It is a better place because of the death of Osama bin Laden.
Last night, spontaneous celebrations took place at the White House and in New York.
I'm actually Egyptian, so I'm Arab, and to hear something like this and to rid the world of terrorism is just wonderful for me to hear, and we just had to come down, my wife and I.
More details have been released about the operation that took the life of America's most wanted man. In 40 minutes, Navy SEALs and CIA operatives choppered into the luxury compound. They were prepared to take bin Laden alive, but he reached for a weapon. A firefight took place and he was shot in the head. At the White House, the security team monitored every minute of the operation.
It was probably one of the most anxiety-filled periods of time, I think, in the lives of the people who were assembled here yesterday. The minutes passed like days, and the President was very concerned about the security of our personnel. That was what was on his mind throughout, and we wanted to make sure that we were able to get through this and accomplish the mission.
There were heart-stopping moments when a helicopter failed, but the 24 operatives made their escape with the body. John Brennan was scathing of the last moments of the man who founded the terrorist organisation.
Here is bin Laden, who has been calling for these attacks, living in this $1 million-plus compound, living in an area that is far removed from the front, hiding behind women who were put in front of him as a shield. I think it really just speaks to just how false his narrative has been over the years.
There are questions about Pakistan's involvement and how the terrorist leader could have lived a little more than a kilometre away from a prestigious military base.
I think it's inconceivable that bin Laden did not have a support system in the country that allowed him to remain there for an extended period of time. I am not going to speculate about what type of support he might have had on an official basis inside of Pakistan. We are closely talking to the Pakistanis right now.
No other country was told about the assault. Pakistan learned of it only after Americans were well out of Pakistan's airspace. But the Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was today talking up the cooperation.
Our partnerships, including our close cooperation with Pakistan, have helped put unprecedented pressure on al-Qaeda and its leadership. Continued cooperation will be just as important in the days ahead. Because even as we mark this milestone, we should not forget that the battle to stop al-Qaeda and its syndicate of terror will not end with the death of bin Laden.
In New York, near Ground Zero, the city's leaders spoke to the media.
Osama bin Laden is dead, and the World Trade Center site is teeming with new life. Osama bin Laden is dead, and Lower Manhattan is pulsing with new activity. Osama bin Laden is dead, and New York City's spirit has never been stronger.
The reason Osama bin Laden is dead is because he doesn't understand America, and he never understood America. He doesn't understand and never understood that we will never leave any of our men or women behind, that we will never forget any of the saints of 9/11, that we would keep struggling and will keep struggling to bring them the justice they deserve, and so they can finally, and we have taken a great step forward in that effort today, so we can finally have them rest in peace.
Despite the celebrations today, the US is warning the fight against terrorism is far from over, and it is worried about retaliatory attacks. Security has been beefed up at critical areas in the US and overseas, as officials fear Al-Qaeda's followers will act to avenge their leader's loss. Lisa Miller, ABC News, Washington.